The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, everybody, welcome to today's webinar. I appreciate everybody hopping on this lovely afternoon. Today we have a great partner of ours in Proformex here on the call. We'll be going over how you can enhance your practice from a post-sale client management perspective. Powered by the ORG and Proformex partnership. They've been a great partner of ours what feels like for years now, and they'll go through their value add and seeing and finding applicable ways to plug it into your practice. So I'll plug it over to you guys and take it away.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and super excited to be able to show you guys just not only what we've been working on as a Proformex platform and enhancing how we can assist in client management for life insurance advisors, but also just share more about what ORG and the team over there has been able to enable for you guys to get the most value and updated information so that you can better service your clients and be more proactive in finding opportunities and just taking care of the clients that obviously make you guys the money. So with that, I'm going to go through a couple slides here, and then we are going to pop in and actually show you guys a demo. For those that are not familiar with Proformex, so we are a data and technology platform that helps kind of all across segments. So advisors, distributors like ORG, in addition to all the way up into the institutional space, but we assist in bringing in consolidating data from multiple carriers, aggregating all that information into one single view. The goal there is we are going to be able to provide you, the advisor, to actually take actionable information and have better connections and relationships with your clients, right? So once we bring in all this data, we give you tools and action items through notifications or in-app information so that you can go directly to your client with an upcoming anniversary date or ensuring that a premium is getting paid, or if there's a term milestone, you'll be able to pull that information down and again, reach out to that client to ensure that the current policy meets their needs, or is there some type of additional information that needs to be taken on that policy. So with that, the exciting part for the advisors with ORG and the partnership that we have, the nice thing with the carriers and how data comes into Proformex, ORG has authorized carrier data feeds. So policies placed through one resource group will actually receive an updated data feed on a regular cadence. So you're going to be able to see values in the platform when you log in for your policies that have updated cash values, updated surrender values. You'll have term milestone dates, so you're going to know when that conversion period is upcoming, or it's a very nice and easy one, and Bhavna's going to show us an example of these here in a minute when we go through the actual demo, but you're going to be able to get a notification when a policy goes into grace period, right? If there's a lapse pending that gets sent in from the carrier, then you're going to be able to go reach out to that client, notify them of that to see if it's intentional, or to see if something needs to happen to make sure that that payment gets paid, so that, or that premium gets paid, so that that policy remains in force. So the other big item that I just kind of want to touch on is not only are you guys able to access information within the platform portal, but you'll also be able to create client deliverables and notifications directly to your email, so that even if you don't log in, you'll still be able to receive a notification on that policy when the time is right, so that you have what you need to take the proper action. And just as a highlight here real quick, prior to Bhavna taking over and going through the demo here, but Proformex, again, one location, all policies, both life and annuity, are able to be housed under. Then you're going to be able to create your own workflow to service those policies, right? With the data feeds coming in from the carriers, you'll actually be able to see current information so that you're taking the right action at the right time, and then set the platform up even further to then be proactive in notifying you, leading you to get back in and take the proper action. Awesome. So at this point, I'm going to hand it over to Bhavna, who's going to actually take you through just a high-level case study of an actual customer that was leveraging the platform and was able to find some opportunities. In addition to, she'll go into the demo and just show you guys what your experience will be when you log in leveraging the platform.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, man. I'll let Bhavna be a presenter here, and we'll get rocking and rolling, man.
Awesome.
So I just gave you the ability, yeah.
Okay, how do I navigate this?
There you go. I can see your screen.
All right.
Cool.
And how do I change the screen? I'm so sorry.
I'm not sure from your end. Maybe try to pull up a different tab.
Okay, Nico, do you mind bringing back
Sure,
that?
Bhavna, just pull up the PowerPoint at the bottom, Bhavna. Does that work?
Smoking is permitted in
There you go.
designated areas
Oh,
only.
it was easy.
Please refrain from smoking while walking.
Perfect. We got it.
There you go.
Thanks for your patience, guys. All right, so here we are. Thank you, Nico, for the great introduction. So as we are moving forward, I just wanted to talk about this case study. And although this is just one of all our great partners that we have, this is what has happened with all our agencies and agents across the board. So in this particular one, this was a small book. They had around 300 policies, and you can see 750 million in total death benefit. Their carriers were all under the sun, 15 in total carriers, and they have a small team, I would say 3%. But the main challenge, and I'm sure a lot of you face, is how do I consolidate all this information in a single screen? And how do I make sure that any upcoming opportunities, any engagement opportunities that I have in my book, I'm making sure that I am cashing out on it, and at the same time offering the enhanced servicing that your premium customers expect. So here in this particular use case, all this client was doing was making sure all the upcoming policy anniversaries, they are getting notifications on every month as to how many policies they have in their book that have policy anniversaries this month. Based on that, they are creating client deliverables in form of policy summary, policy inventories, and even elaborate policy review reports. Once you have those created based on the updated data that we have in the system, now you are ready to meet with your client and discuss as to what their goals are in future, if there is an opportunity for adding a rider, or maybe get them into a new contract. So the possibilities are endless, but just that engagement at the touch point leads to more cross sells and upsells, as we all know in this industry. Following the same lead, whether it's an upcoming term milestone, this client was taking care of. It's an upcoming conversion, or even the policies that are ending its level term period. Just based on the outreach on these notifications and data points, this client was able to not only get a complete ROI out of the platform, but he was able to maintain relationships with his, I would say, high net worth clients that this agency was having in their book. So this is just one of the use case, and now I want to dig into the demo of the actual platform as to how you can have your own platform at Proformex, and you can leverage all the tools that we have and how easy that we have made it out for agencies like you.
And real quick, just as Bhavna's going to show her screen here, I just want to confirm, I guess, lay out. So it's easy too for onboarding with the policies that you've written through One Resource Group, again, with their partnership and with what they've been able to enable for their agents. The onboarding, again, for those policies would be as simple as you reach out to Proformex or your contact at One Resource Group. We schedule either an individual demo for you guys and, basically go through what the onboarding looks like, but within a couple days you would be able to have access to a platform to view the policy specific to One Resource Group, all in the dashboard that Bhavna is showing you guys today.
Awesome. Yes, thanks, Unico. So this is the fun part. So whenever you guys are ready to work with us, this is where you have your own platform. You log in, and this is how your screen looks like. You have a complete visibility and insight on how your book looks as of today. On the top left, you will see you have a complete list of all the policies that you have and a current data on what's your total death benefit, what's the cost of your book today, what's the total premium, surrender values, and cash values, and things like it. And just because it's based on the relationship we have with ORG and the carrier feeds that we are getting in, you can be confident that all this information is as accurate as it can be, because we are getting this information directly from the carrier feeds. Because that's one of the hiccup when we talk about enforced management, is how can we be confident about the data integrity in the system. So just because how Proformex is set up, this is where your confidence lies, that when you talk to your client about an upcoming opportunity, you know that that data is accurate. Moving on, here I'm just showing you some widgets. So based on all the information that we bring in your platform within your book, we also do backhand analytics and analysis where we bring up opportunities to you. So you are not spending a lot of time digging in for the right data or digging in for the opportunities. We present you the opportunities, we present you the handful of policies that we want you to take action on. So here, for example, we have this lapse pending policies, and that's what Nico mentioned. Anytime a policy status changes from enforced to lapse pending at the carrier level, we alert you about that. Now, imagine this is a big policy, $1 million or more. You have that connection point right there and then, where you can take this information and reach out to your high net worth clients saying, hey, we have this policy, it's in lapse pending, just want to make sure everything is okay. So it's all about creating that engagement and touch points that Proformex are giving you the right way. Similarly, on the term milestones, we have these custom canned reports in the system where we are monitoring any upcoming conversions or level period ends within your book. We all know those are the low-hanging fruits where a lot of time it converts to a new application and new business. But the challenge is, A, how do I monitor what's upcoming as far as the dates are concerned? How do I confirm if my policy is in force or not? So just to get at that point, it takes like 5 to 10 multiple calls, either from your team or yourself, being with the carrier for more than 40-50 minutes. We have all been there. But here you have these reports. For example, I click on one of it, that you do have, for example, 70 policies upcoming for conversions in next 6 months. So you can make sure that you have your pipeline filled for next 6 months. You have a process in place where you are reaching out to these clients and making sure you're not missing on any replacement opportunities. Now that we are also in this report, I just want to show you a few navigation and how the layout of the report is. So you will see we are trying to make this report as thoughtful as possible. All these columns just give you a quick information on what's happening and what are the opportunities here. Here, all these blue policy numbers, these are all hyperlinks. So if I click on any one of them, it takes me to a more policy details page where I can have more accessible information on this policy and see what's happening. The best part is that under contacts, I also have information about beneficiaries, insured, agent, owners, and things like it. Because this is a demo site, currently you don't see addresses and other information, but a lot of time you do have this information also populated because this is something that is being sent to us by the carriers. A quick workflow from here is you have this information, right? You know this policy is upcoming for conversion, you know it's a big policy and you want to reach out to your client. The easiest way, and what we recommend, is we have this take snapshot functionality. And what this does, it gives you a very neat and clean client-facing deliverable that you can attach to an email and send it out. As I scroll down, you will see this populates every piece of information you might need to initiate that first touch find or first engagement. So you will see within a minute, when you have an opportunity, you can just send it out and get it out of your day. Going back to the report itself. And on the similar lines, this is how we have created all these reports, canned reports that you can leverage and start using and spend like maybe 10 minutes, give 10 minutes to your in-force, and this is being taken care of. As I scroll down, I have a few additional reports that I wanted to go on. And first of that would be the premium due reminder. This is again a very popular report and is being leveraged heavily by agencies, especially because a lot of our agencies have grouped together their clients based on the net worth. And a lot of our agents are like, we have these 20 personal clients that we want to give more like a white glove servicing. And this is where these reports come in handy. So for example, here I have 23 policies that have premium due in next 3 months. The best part here is that if I only want to target my clients that have a premium of over a certain death benefit, I can add certain parameters like that. So here I want to say I only want to send premium reminders or reach out to my clients if the premium is over a certain threshold. So the best part is that we can narrow down and make more focused and targeted reports based on how your operation is and how you want to market your business. Moving on, I quickly want to show how your complete book lives in this platform. So here you have a quick outlay again as a report. We have this number of policies here. I have all these columns that give me a quick insight on what's happening. I can take a quick Excel export of this whole report if that's how you want to work on and make certain reports based out of Excel. Certain filters that we have added, this is the functionality that we leverage for creating those canned reports that I just shared with you. So we have like, I think 49 data points as of today, where I can customize and narrow down block of businesses based on certain projects or campaigns that I want to run. So for example, we all know Banner recently came up with term-to-term replacement. So Banner is saying within first 2 years, if you have issued a term policy, you can just convert it to any permanent policy in their whole suite of permanent book. So this is where these kind of reports come handy and a lot of our firms have leveraged. So I quickly can run specific reports. So here I want to know what is included in my Banner book that is a term policy and that was issued prior to 2 years, I'm sorry. So this is where I can run a certain reports and then customize and make sure that I'm not leaving any block of business that has a potential for either replacement or engagements. So this is something that we leveraged recently and then created reports for Banner specifically, and that led out to huge engagements and replacements based on this. All right. Next thing I want to quickly show you is here we also are keeping a track and monitoring the owners that you have in your book. So this is, for example, the list of owners that you currently have. What we are doing is we are also referring the owners by the contract count. So you can actually see who are your big owners, whether it's a trust, whether it's a corporation, or just a family head with multiple policies. The best part here is, let's taking this for example, I have this client, I can go to the profile, see the number of policies they have. But the best part is that now I can run like a coverage report for them. This is more like a client inventory on what policies this client has, because we all know that time to time you receive these random phone calls where the client is like, hey, I think I have 7 or 8 policies with you. Can you quickly send me the policies and death benefits that each policy has associated? This is where you can quickly come and run coverage reports that can come very handy in situations like this. So this is how that coverage report is. Your company logos go up here. This is all default. You don't have to play around with it. But as I scroll down, now I have a very elaborated, comprehensive report on how those policies are, what are the values, how they are performing, that you can quickly just take a snapshot or just save it, attach to an email, and boom, it's out. The best part, you already know this data is current. You don't have to verify it with the carriers, and then you are confident that this information is as current as it can be possible. Going back. Quickly, lastly, want to show you the policy reports that we discussed about. These are few of the reports that we have already created based on our relationships and the feedback that we have for years now with our other agencies. So this is what we have come up with that works best for agencies like yours. So here you will see not only we are taking care of all the term business, for example, conversions, level term endings, policies that are currently in ART status, but we also try and create specific reports for your permanent block. So we try to come up with these reports time and again where you can monitor policies that have low cash values, policies that are scheduled to lapse in next 5 to 6 years. So we create these reports in the system as a default and then send alerts to you so you can be sure that none of those policies are falling off the cracks. Lastly, now that we are talking a lot about notifications and alerts, just want to give a minute on how those notification and alerts actually work. So just based on all these reports that we discussed, and let's see this lapse pending report, for example. Now we have an enhanced feature in the platform, which is customized notifications. So what was happening is, based on the feedback that we were getting, you guys are so busy in your day, enforce is the last thing on your mind that always takes the back burner. So nobody has time to log in every morning for 15, 20, 30 minutes and look for the opportunities on the policies that might need attention that day. So to solve that problem, now we have customized notifications. So based on what your focus is, what your goal is, you can actually have notifications and alerts sent directly to your inbox. So for example, let's taking this report. I can start watching this report. And what this means is anytime a new policy goes into this lapse pending report, you get an alert in an email just letting you know that this is what has happened, a new alert is created, and this might need your attention. So now you know that in Proformex, there are perhaps 2 lapse pending policies and 1 policy that is upcoming for conversion that you have to work on. So you can now plan up your day in a way that this week, these are the 3 policies I have to act on. This is the information I need to send out to my client. These are the phone calls I have to make. And based on that, I am done with my enforce for 1 week. So customized notification is a huge, huge advantage, and all of our partners are leveraging it to the full potential. So this is something I just want to show you on how you every morning you get alerts in your inbox as to what's happening inside your book of business, and if there are any policies that need your attention, that needs that next step or a next action, so you can be sure of that you are putting minimal effort in your enforce but still getting the best outcome that you expect. This is what I wanted to share and Nico wanted to share today, based on how our partners that are very successful with their Enforce are leveraging the platform. But Nico, do you want to add anything to this?
Yeah, I'll just kind of wrap up by saying, hopefully we've been able to show you guys how you can quickly get a hold of your Enforce block, how existing customers are finding benefit, not only finding opportunities, but more importantly, taking care of the clients of the policies that you've already placed to ensure that those policies are performing as they should. And at the very least, creating some type of engagement opportunity for you to go back and have a conversation with that client, whether it's on an annual basis or on a policy milestone, that you have a reason to reach out, sit down, have a conversation, and ensure, again, the original intent of those policies is still being met. If not, great opportunities to cross-sell, upsell, get the ORG team involved in finding some good opportunities or good replacements for your clients. So we'll leave it kind of at like that. Not sure if you guys have any questions. I'm sure our contact information will be sent out as a follow-up to this webinar. In addition, as far as next steps, if you are interested in taking advantage of, what ORG is presenting for you guys as a partner, feel free to reach out. We can schedule a demo and see how you can get going very quickly on the Proformex platform.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I appreciate you guys, and yeah, if there's any other questions, drop them in the chat box below. But yeah, it looks like we do have a few right now. One person says, "Is this just for life, or is there an annuity capability as well?"
Yeah, so we do have both life and annuity. We do not yet have anything with disability or long-term care, but life and annuity contracts, we have the ability to bring in those feeds for.
That's great. I think the annuity part is a big part. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, and sorry for the background noise, but on the annuity piece, I would just say everything that you saw that Bhavna took you through is available as far as functionality on the annuity side, right? So you can create those reports, create notifications, create your own widgets on the dashboard. So all of that, functionality, everything that I think we've shown was more catered to life, but it's all the same exact thing on the annuity module.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to add on the annuities, we do have alerts similar to that. So upcoming surrender charges, surrender values, and all those important alerts that we want to monitor under annuities, those are also a part of the platform.
That's great. It looks like another person has a question. Says, are there any plans to add long-term care policies to the platform?
Yeah, definitely a longer roadmap item for us. So, probably, I would say at the earliest, early part of next year. You do have the ability, though, if there's like life policies with the long-term care chassis or riders, those do come in for most carriers. So even though, it's not strictly long-term care, we do see those type of policies get fees and updates.
Right. Looks like another question real quick. This one says, how big of a book do I need to have to utilize a platform like this?
Yeah, so not big at all, right? So, I mean, it's as beneficial as, just monitoring whatever Enforce policies you have. So we have customers that honestly manage less than 50 policies on the platform, but they want to ensure that as they write new business, they're taking care of the client from the time that they place the business all the way up until, hopefully eventually that client needs to take advantage of the policy, and ensuring that, all along that milestone or that journey for that client, their needs are being met. So there's no threshold. It's a very low entry point as far as cost in the platform. So, that can be also negotiated based off number of policies.
Absolutely. Totally agree with you, man. We'll wrap it up with a few more questions if you guys have a few minutes. It
Yeah,
says,
absolutely.
can you set up enterprise level with multiple agents under your enterprise? Can you run reports for them, etc.?
Oh, yes. So that's definitely one of our bigger use cases now, especially larger agencies. So yes, to answer the first question, you can create an enterprise account. You can provide access at the agent level. So if you want your agents to log in, all they would, once they do log in, they only see the book of businesses the policies that they're the agent of record on. So you have multiple different ways that you can create access and share visibility of the book. And then in addition to, we have some elaborate book of business reporting where you can not only by the agent call out specific policies and opportunities for that individual agent, but you can also do it by a region, branch, or sub-region level. So we have 3 different kind of identifiers that you can create some summary reporting that can kind of consolidate information and policy data by any of those subcategories to help. We have scenarios where certain sales managers or folks are in charge of certain regions, so they actually will go in and create a region book of business report so that if they're going to meet with clients or an advisor in that area, they can quickly, within a couple clicks, get out all the policies with the opportunities identified so they have it when they go have that conversation.
Sure. I appreciate it. And then we have another sub question to that, and you kind of just answered that, but you can just confirm it here. It says, can you run reports per advisor? Does each advisor get a login for their own reports so that they don't see other advisors' businesses?
Yep. So yeah, to just kind of wrap that up, yes, to both of those. Very easy to do. You at the home office or admin level, you can see everything, and then we have ways at different user roles to limit who sees what, and that's all kind of walked through during onboarding of the platform to ensure that everything's set up properly.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like that's it for questions here. We'll have a recording sent out to our distribution, and those of you on our call as well. We'll post it on LinkedIn. And yeah, Nico and the team will send over any material we need. But I really appreciate you guys hopping on the call here. I mean, we obviously love the platform you guys have built out. I mean, we're a good testimony of what it can do. We're excited for our partnership here in the future. With that being said, do
Awesome.
you guys have any closing remarks you want to leave on?
I think that's it. I think we're good, and looking forward to obviously continuing the partnership with One Resource Group. And as you said, you guys are you guys leverage all the new functionality and are great testimonials to it being a successful platform. So thank you guys, and looking forward to working with more of your advisors in the future.
We love it, man. Well, I appreciate everybody hopping on the call here. Stay tuned for our April webinars coming up here soon. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.